Hey party people, get super stoked. As a dietitian, I am reviewing and tasting 5 different and very popular protein bars to see, 1, if they even taste good, and 2nd, if they're actually healthy for you, or are they just candy bars with a little bit extra protein in them. So let's buckle up and see if you're just better off having a Snickers bar with a side of an egg. Hey y'all, and welcome back. I am stoked you're here. If you are new here, my name is Nicole. I'm a registered dietitian and I have a master's in nutrition, and I've been in the nutrition fitness world for well over 10 years doing a myriad of different things. But my number one thing is wanting to show that living a healthy lifestyle can actually be fun and enjoyable and taste good. And today we're gonna go over protein bars because 1, I never not get asked which protein bar actually tastes good. Are protein bars good for you? Should I eat a protein bar? And 2nd, you can't go in Whole Foods, Publix, grocery stores without having an entire aisle dedicated to protein powders and protein bars. And there are so many to choose from. How are you supposed to choose? And a lot of them can actually cost an arm and a leg. So which ones are actually worth the money and should you buy them? And that's what we're gonna go over today. So let's try your first protein bar right now. The first protein bar is the No Cow protein bar. Just like it sounds like, it's dairy-free, so it is a plant-based protein bar. And although plant-based proteins are absorbed less in our body, a lot of people get an upset stomach with whey protein, so this might be a good choice for you if it tastes good. Let's look a little bit closer on the nutrition facts. This is also the birthday cake flavor. It was 190 calories, 1.5 grams of saturated fat, so not bad, 16 grams of dietary fiber. Wowza. I do like fiber. Am I nervous of how my stomach's gonna feel? Of course. Yet my stomach loves fiber. So 16 grams of dietary fiber, 0 added sugar, 7 grams of sugar alcohols, and 21 grams of protein. I don't know if I said that already. You wanna make sure your protein bar's first ingredient is protein. Makes sense. They have brown rice protein as well as pea protein. There's a blend because a lot of plant-based proteins aren't a complete source of protein. They don't have all the essential amino acids. This one does, so that's pretty cool. The second ingredient is soluble corn fiber. For the sweetener, they use the erythritol, stevia, and monk fruit. It smells like a fake birthday cake, which I don't hate because I love birthday cake flavor. I see a little bit of sprinkles. The taste, I can get behind. Birthday cake definitely tastes like a flavored birthday cake. The texture is doughy, so when I'm biting into it, I'm tasting like, ooh, this is nice, soft, pillowy, doughy, and then the texture hits you. And the texture is pretty chalky. It's like a doughy, chalky, mixed with a little bit of egg yolk texture. 1 out of 10 for protein bars, I'm gonna give it a 6, soft 6. Also, I would pack this in my purse if I'm going on an airplane and I think my airplane's gonna be delayed for a couple hours because that 16 grams of fiber and that 21 grams of protein is really gonna help hold me over until my plane decides to go or it gets canceled and I have to figure it out. Because that's travel, baby. Here's a nutrition recommendation for all my athletes and people who are using protein bars as a pre-workout. Look at the nutrition facts label and minimize your fiber and sugar alcohols. If your protein bar has a lot of fiber and a lot of sugar alcohols, you may notice that you have a little bit of GI distress. And what does that mean? It could mean gas. It could mean stomach gurgles, stomach bubbles. You could have maybe some loose stools. I know, not cute. Or you could even just be constipated, which also not cute. So when you're buying a protein bar for a pre-workout, minimize those sugar alcohols, minimize the fiber. But again, everybody's different. So if that bar doesn't bother you, do it. Think then chocolate and cream cupcake. Here's the deal, boyfriend's favorite protein bar, so I had to try it to see what the whole hoopla was about. So let's take a little gander at the nutrition facts label. For 1 bar, 250 calories and 18 grams of protein. So more calories, less protein than that bar we just had. And 14 grams of sugar alcohol, 0 added sugars. Research studies have been done. Sugar alcohols are generally regarded as safe. And other studies have been done to see how high you can go with different kinds of non-nutritive sweeteners and sugar alcohols. One study showed that it took 50 grams of sugar alcohols until people felt queasy or stomach issues. Granted, some people have experienced nausea, gas, etc. with smaller amounts. Taste it, see how you feel first. And then there's 8 grams of saturated fat in 1 bar, which is 40% of your daily needs for saturated fat because you should have less than 20 grams of saturated fat in a day. There's just that amount of saturated fat in 3 ounces of beef. In the ingredients, the protein blend is the first ingredient, which is what we want, and it's soy protein and whey protein. Then they have some maltitol syrup, as well as some stevia extract for that sweetener. It actually smells like a Little Debbie treat. I see why this is a favorite. There's like a little cream layer on top of a brownie texture protein bar. This actually tastes just like a cosmic brownie. Like taste-wise, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. It does not taste like a protein bar in the slightest, but it makes sense because there's so much saturated fat and sugar alcohols. I don't hate it. Would I eat this whole thing? 1000%. Would I be concerned about the amount of fat? Yes. Overall, with the taste and the nutrition facts label, I'm still gonna give this a solid 6 because not a big fan of the nutrition facts, but I am a big fan of the taste. The next bar you've definitely heard about, tried, or seen. It's the RX bar. So these are like those simple ingredient protein bars. So let's look at it. We probably already know the ingredients. The 3 egg whites, 6 almonds, 4 cashews, 2 dates, no BS. But there also is some natural flavors, probably to help the taste and also shelf stabilize, because we need a shelf stabilization if these are in the refrigerator. Oh, also, I am having the coconut chocolate. Haven't had that one before. Nutrition facts. The calories are 210. Total fat's 9 grams. First, you'd be like, wowza. But actually, only 2 of those grams are coming from saturated fat. The rest is coming from unsaturated fat. And we love unsaturated fat because unsaturated fat decreases our bad cholesterol and helps our heart be healthy. What a win. 12 grams of protein and 5 grams of fiber is really gonna help keep you satisfied and get you over that snack hump. I may add a piece of fruit with this just to help me a little bit more. It smells just like coconut chocolate. I also smell a little bit of cherries, but that just might be the dates. Okay. The one thing about RX bars is, man, are they chewy. You need a toothpick. You need a toothbrush with you. Because I got RX bars all over my front teeth, my back teeth, whatever teeth you use to chew, you will get RX bars on it. It's the milk duds of protein bars, basically. This actually tastes pretty caramelly. The chocolate morsels are big enough that it tastes like you're eating a cookie. Would I rather a cookie? Of course. But it has 12 grams of protein. It has solid nutrition that will keep me satisfied for long. Love the nutrition facts label. Overall, I'm giving this bar an 8, just because I think it could help me feel satisfied over that snack period of time. The number one question I get from people is, should I buy a protein bar if I'm trying to lose weight? Short answer, nope. Way more fun ways to do that. Long answer is, people use a protein bar as a meal replacement. And here's the kicker that people don't talk about. You're not really eating less calories because you had a protein bar. Chances are, when you minimize your calories either for breakfast or maybe you swapped lunch out for a protein bar, at 8 p.m., you may be opening the refrigerator 5 times and over-consuming calories than you would have if you just ate that lunch or breakfast. The Builder's Protein Bar. I don't know about y'all, but I don't know when they came out with the Builder's Protein because I've only known Clif Bars as those granola bars that were basically just carbohydrates, no protein. And eating them when I was younger, I felt like skinny and healthy. And then you realize that it's actually for energy for people who are climbing mountains and walking trails, not so much for a 17-year-old who is just walking around the mall. But I digress. We're gonna look at the nutrition facts label. 280 calories for the whole entire bar, 20 grams of protein, there's 9 grams of fat, and 6 grams of those fat are saturated. This one has 3 grams of fiber and 17 grams of added sugar. So does that mean this is probably gonna taste the best? 1000%. Do I like that a protein bar has 17 grams of added sugar? It really isn't my favorite. When you're buying protein bars, I strongly suggest buying protein bars with low added sugar and low saturated fat, which this has neither of. High saturated fat, high added sugar. Looking at the ingredients, soy protein isolate is where they're getting their protein, and that's okay because soy protein, we do absorb most of it in our body, and it is a plant-based, which is interesting. The second ingredient though is cane syrup. The third ingredient, cane sugar. The fourth ingredient, brown rice syrup. The fifth ingredient, palm kernel oil. So basically it's protein, sugar, 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 oil, which makes sense because of the amount of fat and added sugar in it. This smells just like a Thin Mint Girl Scout cookie. I don't know the nutrition facts label of a Girl Scout cookie on the top of my head, so I'm gonna put the Girl Scout cookie right here and the Clif Bar nutrition facts right there. Let's see if there's a difference. Very dry, thick Thin Mint. The top is like a fun, crunchy crisp, which I really did enjoy, but the bottom thick layer was extremely dry, thick, protein bar and you're like, oh yeah, I'm eating a protein bar. I don't know if I would recommend buying this one. One, because the nutrition fact label, really, probably my least favorite thus far. It really is just a candy bar with some extra protein. I'd much rather you have a couple Girl Scout cookies and then maybe on the side some Greek yogurt for some extra protein, or maybe even if you like some hard-boiled eggs on the side of your Thin Mints, which now that I said that out loud doesn't sound like a good pairing, but you get what I mean. Just have the Girl Scout Thin Mints with a side of protein and you'll be good to go. You'll save money, the cookies will be more tasty, you'll get your protein, and you won't have to eat this. Let me give you the next 3 questions you should ask yourself when you're buying protein bars. 1, does it fit in your budget? Y'all, these cost anywhere from like $2.50 to a little over $3, which can be about $20 a week if you're having one a day, which is $80 a month. 2, how do you feel when you eat it? If you are satisfied when you eat it and there's no GI distress, protein bars may be a good choice for you to add some calories and add some protein in your day. Yet, remember we talked about sugar, alcohol, the fiber content, and different ingredients in these protein bars that you may be feeling a little sluggish or any GI discomfort, gas, etc. If you're feeling those, might not be a good choice for you. Also, are you hungry or full after these bars? If you get hungry really quickly, ask yourself, am I eating these for quick calories? If so, awesome. But if you're eating these to kind of sustain you for a couple hours and you're getting hungry 30 minutes after a bar, probably not an effective choice, right? And 3, does it even taste good? Which actually should be the first question. Should have thought of that, because you're not gonna spend $2, $3 on something that doesn't taste good for the sake of health, right? There's a lot of whole foods and other healthy options that you can eat that have protein in them. That's way cheaper than this, and that tastes way better. So 3 things: does it taste good? Does it fit in your budget? And how do you feel when you eat them? Or what do you need to ask yourself the next time you buy some protein bars? The last one is the Power Crunch Bar in the peanut butter fudge flavor. And y'all, if you've watched my videos before, you know I like these a lot. If I was gonna eat a protein bar until now, would be these, because these just taste freaking bomb. I already gave away that it tastes bomb, but let's look at the nutrition facts, because I realized I haven't been. 1 cookie, this entire thing, is 215 calories, 13 grams of fat. 7 of those grams are saturated fat. So 35% of your saturated fat needs is in one of these bars. Then there's only 13 grams of protein in here, so the least amount of protein except for the RX bar, 1 gram of fiber, and 5 grams of added sugar. Honestly, the nutrition facts label of this Power Crunch Bar, I'm giving it a D. It's not doing it for me. I'm a Kit Kat girly, so when I found these at Trader Joe's, I was like, sign me the heck up. A wafer, protein, chocolate, yum. 10 out of 10 taste. Honestly, it doesn't even taste like a protein bar. And why is that? Because it's really not a protein bar. There are 13 grams of protein, which is solid, but I would love a protein bar, if you're eating a protein bar to make you feel a little bit more full for longer, is have at least minimum 3 grams of fiber in your protein bars. But man, if you just want like a Kit Kat bar with 13 grams of protein, will I eat these over and over again? 1000%. This is like an airport snack for me. Am I happy about the amount of saturated fat in it? No, I'm not. So Power Crunch people, I would love if you could make these Power Crunch bars with a little less saturated fat and a little more protein, just so I could recommend it more to people, because man, oh man, is this taste bomb. Overall, I'm giving it a 7. All right, y'all. That is the video today. Those are all of the protein bars that I'm gonna try. I have a bunch of chocolate on my hands from the Power Crunch, so I'm gonna lick those off right after this. If I missed any of your favorite protein bars, let a girl know down below. I would love to try them for the part 2. If you haven't already, press like, subscribe to the channel, share this with your friends and family, and until next time, drink your water, eat your fruits and vegetables, and be kind to yourself and those around you, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye, y'all.